What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and today is the return of Banjo-Kazooie. We have two songs with three different videos. We are doing Gruntilda's Lair from the channel Games OST, followed by Gobi's Valley from Video Game OST HQ, and then a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate remix of Gobi Valley from the channel Video Game Music Resources, requested by IllegallySam, Alex Berserker88, and TonyDan. Damn, a bonus Smash video. We don't get those too often. But okay, I don't know much about Banjo-Kazooie except for the fact that there's a bear and a bird and Grand Kirkhope. That's about it. Oh, actually, on one of the requests for Gobi Valley, someone actually requested that for an older VGM Vibes episode, VGM Vibes 11. So that kind of gives me an idea of what that song is going to be about. It didn't make it into that video because I didn't see it, so... But at least we're here. This is... Oh, and then also, I've heard something with Gruntilda. I don't know what, but I've seen that name before. Okay, either way, three songs, let's go. This is Gruntilda's Lair. Pretty sure it's the witch character, isn't it? I heard the... What did I hear? The rhythm of this is amazing. Oh, so what I heard was the... Oh, what was it? Was it the boss theme? How colorful the soundtrack sounds. Okay, I think it's coming back to me slowly. I'll elaborate after the video. Yeah, okay, it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. Oh, well, let me see. Let me see what I heard. I haven't heard much Banjo-Kazooie, but I've heard this motif. What is this supposed to sound like for my instrument heads out there? What is this supposed to emulate, this horn sound? Oh, I've only heard Banjo-Kazooie 3 times. This is my 4th. This can somehow translate really well to like a reggae cover. On the offbeat. It sounds like we're creeping along. I think I may have a setting in mind, and I might actually be... I'm pretty confident about it too, based on what I've experienced. But I'll wait till it's over. It sounds like it sounds like a bad person you would meet in like the Wizard of Oz or something. You know, it just has that kind of like silly antagonist theme, I guess. It's funny hearing Grant going from this to like 007's pause music. Actually, I'm not sure which one came first. You know what I noticed about Banjo-Kazooie stuff? A lot of it can translate well to like a Christmas style theme, even though there is Christmas themes in it. The way he writes has a very like toy kid jubilance to it, you know? Because Christmas music has that sort of like kind of mysterious, joyful sound without the maniacal laughter. That was sick. So, okay, so apparently what I heard was a motif of that. So I'm not sure which one it is, but out of all the banjo stuff I've done, it's not Freeze Easy Peak. Speaking of Christmas, it was either the Mad Monster Mansion or the Final Battle, which I did which was the first time I heard Banjo-Kazooie 3 years ago. Damn. And I do see the witch in the cover, which I'm pretty sure is Gruntilda. So yeah, I think this was that one. I don't think it was Mad Monster Mansion. I think it was the Gruntilda one. And in that one, I remember how much stuck out. That's one of the few songs that actually I do remember, because I do so many songs. But I do remember that one specifically because it sounded to me like this. I can almost guarantee if I do this, it'll sound extremely familiar. And you think you might know what I'm going to do here. Let me see if this works. I just moved it to 1.75. It might even be faster than this. No, it's too fast. It's like 1.8 or something. Oh wait, I can do custom now. This is 1.85. Now 1.8. Let's go back to the regular speed. This is what DJs do, people. Just call me DJ Unk. Yeah, I recognize that immediately because there's so many different melodies in that song. And then there's the right, the first half of it, like chopped. What other melodies are? And then it goes up. I don't remember if the first song that I heard had like the laughing in it. Maybe. It's been 3 years. But yeah, I do remember that. So, okay. What I think is happening here, it just says Gruntilda's Lair. So, I mean, that could be, it's obviously like a dark place or something, but I know the fight takes place on top of a castle. Or something that resembles a castle. So if I had to guess, this is like the song you probably hear right before that, or shortly right before that, like the last world or something. So I'm guessing before you hear that boss theme, you hear this in the castle. That's what I have to guess. It's too like similar, you know what I mean? And now it makes me think of like how many other motifs I've heard in like Mad Monster Mansion or what's that other? Oh, that was Donkey Kong 64. Never mind. I was confused because they were both Kirkhope. Yeah, that was sick. That was cool. That just reminded me of the first time I heard Banjo-Kazooie. I see you, IllegallySam, and you know what you're doing. Cool. I like that song a lot. It's cool to hear it like slower and just more of like an ambience, because now I can imagine. See, it's really powerful to speed up and slow down songs. For those that don't know, like any genre of like rap and hip hop for the longest time still has been basically that, is sampling like records from any point in time and then just like manipulating it, slowing it down, pitching it down, you know. It's actually a really cool thing when you can find samples and find the source of them, because the producers they don't always tell like where they found it. It's pretty cool. And then that's one thing I actually really like about YouTube as well. Like, just a quick story about when I first got into YouTube. I remember one of the first like genres of videos I used to like to find were like finding samples and stuff, because YouTube at the time when it first came out was like still what it is now, but you know, like people just sharing their whatever, and people would just, you know, find like, hey, I heard this thing in this song, and I think this is it. And that was kind of like the beginning of why like I fell in love with this this website and stuff, because of like stuff like that you wouldn't find anywhere else. But when stuff is slowed down or sped up, you can hear how it could be in other genres. You could hear how it could be covered somewhere else. It's really cool. I really like that. This is a really musical, awesome thing for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We move on to Gobi's Valley. Is it Gobi or no? It's Gobi's. Someone's Valley. Now, it's called Valley, but also this was suggested a while ago for my desert theme video. I didn't see it. I don't always see every submission I get. Sorry. So I'm going to just assume this is a desert theme. This is a Gobi's Valley. Make sure my timing is not sped up. Okay, cool. Let's go. I hear the there's the trope, the Phrygian dominant. Yeah, this would have fit really well in the desert themes. I'll explain later. Let's just enjoy the song now. Ooh, there's a Smash version of this? Oh god, I can already hear what that sounds like. I can hear it in my head already. I can hear the sitar, I can hear the hand percussion. I like how Cramp put the wind effect in there, like the dunes. Let me see what it looks like. I'm gonna Google what it looks like. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Lots of browns, lots of golds. That's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Oh, it's a little bit like Egypt inspired. I see an oasis too. The worlds of Banjo-Kazooie look so fun. I really like the... Is that a thunder sound effect? Is there rain and thunder in this level? Birds. Some kind of desert bird. Is that a hawk? It's getting hot in this desert. We must hydrate. A little. Grant knows what he's doing. That's another desert thing. Microtones. Notes that are like this far away from each other. It's a prominent Middle Eastern music. Sounds like a rattlesnake. That little. I feel like that's a motif. This right here. I hear that in other Banjo songs. Is that a thing? I think in Freeze Easy Peak it has a. Or something similar. What this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Aladdin game on Genesis. I don't know what if it sounds different on Nintendo, but the Genesis Aladdin got that like Agrabah sound. I'm definitely hearing thunder. Also, let me know what kind of birds are in the desert. I don't really know. My animal experts out there. Alright, I'm gonna jump straight into the Smash version and then talk about both of them after. I can already, dude, I haven't heard much Smash stuff, but I know what they can do. Well, if I ever do a VGM Vibes part 2 of the desert themes, that's going in there. Fun fact, before I even go to the next one, even if I didn't know that was a desert theme, I would have guessed that's a desert theme. That's how painted that was. So Smash, I know, is just nothing but remixes. Actually, no, they do a little, very little originals, but okay. This one was arranged by Yuji Masabushi. So I wonder how Grant's music, translates to the modern era. It's Smash though, so I am predicting actual like sitars, hand percussion, and other Middle Eastern percussion. I have a feeling that we're not going to hear like the wind or all the other sound effects. All right, let's go. Fast. The electric surf style guitar is a smart choice, actually. That works. Yeah, this sounds like a surf cover now. Surf uses a lot of the same musical theory as Middle Eastern stuff. If you ever wondered if those two genres sound kind of similar, yes. It sounds more like ska now. Kind of sounds like a Crash theme, actually. Or Rayman? There it is again. It doesn't sound as deserty though. Kind of. This part reminds me of Rayman. Drums. Guitar chords on the right, guitar lead in the middle. It's a 5-minute song, so I'm guessing it's going to loop at this point. You know, this reminds me of also Spyro. It's got that Stuart Copeland sound to it a little bit. A lot of Spyro sounds like this. That's the loop, right? Let me guess, 2:30? Yup. I guessed that exactly. It's a 5-minute video, and I was like... Loop 2. Let's see if I missed anything. I'm really liking what's on the right side. It's the rhythm guitar, but it's kind of hard to hear. It's really quiet. sounds like he's raking the strings. So it's not like a chord, it's like he's hitting each one in a strum, but they're muted. It's like trrr. Now he's playing chords. Listen over here. Yeah, it's a rake. Now I just opened up the chords. The bass has been really cool too. It's kind of, the bass is what's keeping it sounding deserty to me, because it's got that rhythm. Of course, the lead, but the bass is kind of holding it down because the drums are like totally surf. It's a really strong melody. Those are one of those fun melodies that if you ever wanted to like pick up an instrument like a guitar or something, those are the kind of stuff that you want to learn first, like the simple sort of like single note melodies that you can just, that you know just by hearing it in your head, that you can actually train your ear. Because like think about it right now. If you never played an instrument, you know what that sounds like, you know how it descends and it ascends. Dun 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 dun. You know, you can already like visualize it, that they're close to each other. And yeah, basically it's just like a quick good ear training. Totally different vibe from the original vibe, I guess. The main highlight obviously is this lead guitar in the middle, which is a mixture of clean signal, but it has just a little bit of dirt on it, a little bit of overdrive. So it has this little like to it, little grit, and that's what's kind of cool. But interesting enough, this is like a little bit of play on music theory, a little bit, because there's a there's a handful of stuff that use primarily like Phrygian dominant and that style of like that the Middle Eastern like scale. That's desert themes, flamenco music, surf, metal too. You know, notes that are close to each other, you know, like that kind of just really exotic like tension in the notes, where they don't like pull, they don't feel like they're really far from each other, but they like sling back very organically, if that makes any sense. So going with the surf was actually like a kind of 4D chess move, kind of big brain, because I caught it. It's definitely way different, right? The first one had this, the whole, I mean, it's Grant Kirkhope. He really like paints. I keep saying that because I've called him like the Bob Ross of video game music, and he really does. Like I said, if I didn't know that the other one was desert, I would have guessed desert. I think anyone could have guessed it's desert. But you know, it's got all these sound effects, all these little doodads that like think thunder, the hawk in the air, the, you know, but also had like stuff that sounded like rattlesnakes, you know, just kind of things that remind you of the desert and like these, well, I don't say plains, but like this Egyptian kind of style thing as well. And then this one took all that, sped it up by like 15 BPM, and added a whole like lighthearted flavor to it, where the drums were very surf, the guitar was pretty surf, bass was still kind of original, and then on the right side, this kind of like overlooked funk style guitar that was really quiet and just carrying everything. That was really cool. I wasn't expecting that. Like I said, I thought it was gonna be like, I thought they were gonna like go into the trope hard, like they were gonna lean into it. Was just, you know, If you don't know what a sitar sounds like, it is like the sound of that. It's SITAR. Within hearing 2 seconds of it, you know what that sounds like. So I thought they were gonna like really lean into it, but they kind of strayed pretty far. So that's really nice. I wonder if, well, let me know in Smash Bros. Ultimate. 2 questions: do you get to play as both characters or just one? Or let me rephrase that: is there 2 separate characters, like on a select, or can you pick one and you can like kind of use them both? You know what I mean? And is this place an actual level in the game, like a backdrop, or is it just a song for the characters? That's my questions. Okay. I had to think about that for a second. Awesome. That was really, really cool. I really like hearing Banjo-Kazooie stuff. It reminds me of, damn, dude, I had that, like, yeah, I had that skunk stripe in my hair. Those were good times. I think my hair was purple back then. And yeah, that was my introduction to banjo. And I still remember that. And it's been fun using Grant's music in my VGM Vibe series, like the castle themes, spooky vibes as well. Cool stuff. Never heard of Yuji Masabuchi, but let me know what else they've done, anything outside of Smash. But that is it. That is 3 songs from Banjo-Kazooie. Whew. All right. Thank you to the requesters. Thanks to everyone you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Take it easy.